Alrighty, hello guys, we are back. Sven is looking quite cheerful, as you can see, even though he did just clear a massive layer of bandits. And during these... Oh, hello? During these exploits, these bandit dungeon diving exploits, he stumbled across this little fellow. You know, the guy is kind of an idiot. Anyway, this guy we found in the dungeon, he's kind of an idiot. He came in hoping to, like, evangelize these bandits, you know, rehabilitate them, offer them money in exchange for giving up their banditry ways and turning this fortress into a farm. Obviously, it didn't work for Buddy over here. Little Buddy. He's so short. And they put him in a jail cell, and that's how I found him. And, yeah. Let's talk to him again, just see if he has anything more to say. Alright, I guess we don't. Let's just take him out of here. I think we promised to get him out of this place, so come with me. If you guys can remember, since last episode, our plan was to go after a certain Alakir assassin named Kamatu, who has been hunting down a certain Sadia, aka... No, a certain Iman, aka Sadia, who's really a Redguard princess in disguise as a barmaid at the Bannered Mare, who has currently employed us to take out the Alakir, including Kamatu. And if that's all very confusing, I intentionally tried to be as confusing as possible. It always feels like the right thing to do, because you'll see. You'll meet Kamatu and his boys, and you'll understand. Can you go away now? I don't know what am I supposed to do with this dude? You said he'll just follow me around or something? Hopefully he'll go away. What time is it, eh? Ooh. It's pretty late, guys. It's pretty damn late. Maybe we'll just sleep here. Do we have, like, a side quest? Find Cassius's items? Oh. He wants us to find probably some of his confiscated items the bandits took away from him. Very annoying. I just went in there, now I gotta go back in there. God, I love it. Alright, so, just some important things to note. As you know, this playthrough contains many mods, all which, when placed on a list, creates a list that is 11 pages long. And the YouTube description box for each YouTube video can only house like 5,000 characters, I believe, which is far too small for the mod list I have. So originally,
they burned them.
Oh man.
Why would they do this? There's plenty of firewood to spare.
You're an idiot now, eh? I bet you feel like a real dumbass.
Something wrong about them?
Yes, you can't be ideal. I don't want to break his heart, you know, because he's we need more idealistic people in this world, you know, people that haven't lost hope in humanity, especially in the world of Skyrim. But God, what he's about is really dumb. I don't want to break his heart. No, good people are often pressured to do bad things. Keep the faith. Don't look at me as far as I'm concerned. No. We'll just give him the positive answer.
I know I shouldn't let my beliefs waver. If anyone's to blame, it's me. But still, all these books. In any case, let's go. I need some fresh air to clear my mind of these polluted thoughts.
I hope we can shake him. I'm not interested in having him around. No, I didn't want to go in there. Anyway, what we were saying before we accidentally entered the prison is that because my YouTube description boxes for each video can't house the mod list, as you could see, whenever you open that YouTube description on each video, there would be a link to a Google Docs that contained that list. Now this is where it gets complicated. In order for me to include external links in my YouTube video descriptions, I need to be verified, and YouTube yet again took away my verification, my verified status. So from now on, if you want to find the mod list I am using, it will no longer be in my YouTube description, but I assure you I'm still giving credit to all the mod authors of the mods I'm using. I'm including that external link in my channel description. You can find it easily. If you just click on my channel on the home page, you'll find it right there. So I'm going to include a little explanation of that in my YouTube description for every video. If you want to find that mod list, make sure to just check the YouTube channel itself. You'll find it in the YouTube channel description. Alright, Cassius, you got all of that? You listen to me? You listen to me? Alright, hopefully we can get rid of this guy, take a little nap, and go find Kamatu. Put on our little hood, because it's raining.
I want to thank you for freeing me. I realize now that my beliefs, for all their good intentions, failed even the most rudimentary of tests.
What will you do now?
I don't know. Perhaps I will write a book about bandits instead of for them. Either way, you deserve a reward. Here, it's a poison I found in my cell one night. All that talk about hanging myself was just a lie. I had the means to do it, just not the courage. Hopefully it will serve you in some capacity. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Hope you learned some kind of valuable lesson, you know? Maybe the lesson in your whole little conundrum there is some people are beyond saving. Who knows? Let's set up our little tent here. And I was thinking, guys, that we do a little reading. I know it's a lame way to start off the episode. I understand. But we are going after Kamatu in this episode, and it will be a very exciting one. Is it cold out here? I'm getting colder. I wonder if I could get away with just sleeping without a fire. I don't even think I have wood for a fire anyway. Let's lie down. Mr. Steeg, he looks so bad right now. Let's just look at it. Let's just stay in first person view. How about that? Let's turn off that lantern. Boop. And let's take a little book out. A Dance in Fire, Volume 1. Or maybe a brief hit. Let's read a brief history of the Empire, because we have 2 volumes of that, you know. Before the rule of Tiber Septim. Wait, let's just see how long it is. I don't want to bore the fuck out of you guys. Ooh, that's a long one. Forget about that. We won't read that one. I won't kill you with that one. Let's read Beggar Prince. The story of Weedle and his gifts from the Daedric Lord Namira. I think this one's a little shorter. We look down upon the beggars of the Empire. These lost souls are the poor and the wretched of the land. Every city has its beggars. Most are so poor they have only the clothes on their backs. They eat the scraps the rest of us throw out. We toss them a coin so that we don't have to think too long about their plight. Imagine my surprise when I heard the tale of the beggar prince. I cannot imagine what a prince of beggars would be. Here is the tale I heard. It takes place in the first age, when gods walked like men and Daedra stalked the wilderness with impunity. It is a time before they were all confined to oblivion. There once was a man named Weedle, or maybe it was a woman. The story goes to great lengths to avoid declaring Weedle's gender. Weedle was the 13th child of a king in Valenwood. As such, Weedle was in no position to take the throne, or even inherit much property or wealth. Weedle had left the palace to find independent fortune and glory. After many days of endless forest roads and tiny villages, Weedle came upon 3 men surrounding a beggar. The beggar was swaddled in rags from head to toe. No portion of the vagabond's body was visible. The men were intent on slaying the beggar. With a cry of rage and indignation, Weedle charged the men with a sword drawn. Being simple townsfolk, armed only with pitchforks and scythes, they immediately fled from the armored figure with the shining sword. "Many thanks for saving me," wheezed the beggar, from beneath the heap of foul rags. Weedle could barely stand the stench. "What is your name, wretch?" Weedle asked. "What is your name, wretch?" "I am Namira." Unlike the townfolk, Weedle was well learned. That name meant nothing to him. But to Weedle it was an opportunity. "You are the Daedric Lord," Weedle exclaimed. "Why did you allow these men to harass you? You could have slain them all with a whisper." "I am pleased you recognize me," Namira rasped. "I am frequently reviled by townsfolk. It pleases me to be recognized for my attribute, if not my name." Weedle knew that Namira was the Daedric Lord of all things gross and repulsive. Diseases such as leprosy and gangrene were her domain. I didn't know those diseases existed in Skyrim. Where others might have seen danger, Weedle saw opportunity. "Oh, great Namira, let me apprentice myself to you. I ask only that you grant me powers to make my fortune and forge a name for myself that will live through the ages." "Nay, I make my way alone in the world. I have no need for an apprentice." Namira shambled off down the road. Weedle would not be put off. With a bound, Weedle was at Namira's heel, pressing the case for an apprenticeship. For 33 days and nights, Weedle kept up the debate. Namira said nothing, but Weedle's voice was ceaseless. Finally, on the 33rd day, Weedle was too hoarse to talk. Weedle was too hoarse to talk. I guess they're talking about his voice. Namira looked back on the suddenly silent figure. Weedle knelt in the mud at their feet, open hands raised in supplication. "It would seem you have completed your apprenticeship to me after all," Namira declared. "I shall grant you your request." Weedle was overjoyed. "I grant you the power of disease. You may choose to be afflicted of any disease you choose, changing them at will, so long as it has visible symptoms. However, you must always bear at least one." Wow, that's a terrible power. I grant you the power of pity. You may evoke pity in anyone that sees you. Finally, I grant you the power of disregard. You may cause others to disregard your presence. Oh, this is even worse. Weedle was aghast. That these were not boons from which a fortune could be made. They were curses, each awful in its own right, but together they were unthinkable. How am I to make my fortune and forge a name for myself with these terrible gifts? "As you begged at my feet for 33 days and 33 nights, said Namira, "so shall you now beg for your fortune in the cities of men. Your name will become legendary among the beggars of Tamriel. The story of Weedle, the prince of beggars, shall be handed down throughout the generations." It was as Namira predicted. Weedle was an irresistible beggar. None could see the wretch without desperately wanting to toss a coin at the huddled form. However, Weedle also discovered that the power of disregard gave great access to the secrets of the realms. People unknowingly said important things where Weedle could hear them. Weedle grew to know the comings and goings of every citizen in the city. To this day, it is said that if you really want to know something, go ask the beggars. They have eyes and ears throughout the cities. They know all little secrets of daily lives of the citizens. That's a cool book with an excellent lesson, and definitely worth the read, I think.
Fear not the night.
Let's take a nap. Take a little cat nap, you know what I mean? Yeah, great book. Reminds me of, you know, classic stories of the devil. You know, making deals with the devil. There's an interesting legend about a certain famous blues musician named Robert Johnson. I mean, I've heard this story off of YouTube shorts and stuff, so, you know, don't take it as word for word the exact story, nor believe it to be true. I'm sure it was just a legend created about the musician. So, from what I understood, Robert Johnson's story goes like this. Back in, like, the early days of blues, there'd be parties hosted in, you know, black neighborhoods and black houses, you know, because of segregation and all that. Black people were meant to keep to themselves. They were meant to, you know, stay within their realm of, you know, whatever was the grounds that were allocated to them. And because of that, you know, the blues genre of music bloomed within those communities. And so often, parties would be held in houses, and blues musicians would get to play in front of all of their neighbors and friends. And this guy is just standing here. Farmer.
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks. Ulfric has the right of it.
Oh, nice. Good for you, man. You go kill Kamatu. He's down there. Let's just cut through the forest. Anyway, so as I was saying, there'd be big parties in these houses, and that's how, you know, blues music came to be and got to be developed. Lots of famous artists got famous that way from those little parties and get-togethers all over America. Robert Johnson was was a kind of person to attend these parties all the time. And apparently he'd try to, you know, play the blues with the bands, you know, and he was terrible. That's what I heard. He was just god-awful. For, like, most of his early youth, he'd be there all the time. He'd listen attentively, you know. He'd dance, he'd sing, he loved it. He'd sing along. And he'd be there all the time, right? But whenever he was allowed to play alongside... What was that? How do I put down my weapon? What is happening? What is happening? Hello?
Would you fucking help me?
Oh. Get some kind of asshole here. Nice. Nice, that was cool. What do we got here? Oh my god, what is that? Nice. Alright. That is a little Master Dramen skeleton. I don't know what it means to be a Master Dramen skeleton. Nor do I understand why it is bipedal. But, cool. Cool. That little bitch now. Oh
Always
god,
enjoy a
it's
good
getting
adventure.
back up, isn't it? It's getting back up. Let's do it again. Holy shit! Hey, that wasn't nice at all. Fucking knocked you right off my feet. Damn, he's beating them up. Nice, okay. Is he dead for good now? He better be fucking dead for good. He is dead for good. Anyway, back to Robert Johnson. He was terrible, right? He'd hang out at these parties. He loved the music. He was the #1 fan of these guys. And there's more skeletons. They never stop coming. Let's kill these guys too. That's the problem with commenting over Skyrim, is that There's enemies everywhere. You can't walk through the countryside without running into someone. Wow. I think we need to take that sword away from Lydia. Because it's clearly giving her the power to use the Thum. And I don't think she was meant to use the Thum. Nice.
What a coward. Didn't
Yeah,
even put up
real
a fucking
coward, man.
fight.
Let's take these things quickly. Robert Johnson. Not good at playing the blues. Loved listening to the blues. You guys got the gist. Well, one day, it is said that he met the devil at a crossroads. And he made a deal with the devil. To trade his soul in order to become good at the blues. To sing the blues, play the blues. You know, be the best blues musician that ever was. From that day forth, he became an amazing musician. And the proof of it is that Robert Johnson is an amazing musician. He makes incredible music. Definitely recommend checking him out on Spotify. If you're into blues or if you wanna try something new. I don't know what that red dot is. I have a feeling an NPC is bugged out. Anyway, now what could be also very well true is that here he is. That is hell. Let's get out of here. What could also be true is that Robert Johnson just studied these musicians a lot, you know what I mean? Just watch them, because that's what he'd do all day. He'd go over to these shows, these little private shows in these little houses, and he'd watch, and he'd get into it, and it's suspected that maybe instead of just trading his soul, as the rumor goes, he actually just, you know, studied by watching and just got good that way. Now, what makes the story seem kind of mystical, you know, is that he died at 27. He's part of the 27 Club, which, you know, a lot of musicians are part of the 27 Club, which adds this kind of, you know, mysterious kind of cosmic nature to the thing, you know, to the whole 27 Club, you know. Why did all these famous people die at 27? You know, who knows? Robert Johnson was one of them, and it is said that he traded his soul to be good at the blues. Let's leave this giant alone. He is menacing. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Is it possible that Robert Johnson traded his soul to be good at the blues? Who knows? Let's just yoink this shit. We don't give a fuck about Stendar. Now, you wouldn't catch Sven doing this. Twin Secrets, eh? I'll take that. You wouldn't catch Sven doing that kind of thing at a Talos shrine. That is the only God he has any regards for. And you know why? It's because he feels like Talos has been protecting him his whole life. As I've said before in another episode, Talos has gotten him through some pretty close calls, you know what I mean? Hello.
Caves. Wonder what's below.
We're gonna find out, buddy. He didn't stand a chance. He did not stand a chance. That is so fucking funny. There's a red apple for me. Leech meat. Ew. Anyway, let's eat up. Chow down real quick before we go in there. Eat some soup, because it's all going stale, and I hate that. I'm actually, right after this, I'm going to tweak a setting, because I do feel that... Chug of milk, nice. I do feel that the food goes bad way too quickly in this game. Cool. I think we're good now. Let's get in there. Dungeon crawling time. Let's go rid Sadia of these Alakir
Caverns
assassins.
provide many corners to hide in. You may use this.
Let's do it. Maybe we should level up right before we get into combat. just because I feel like it you know, breaks the immersion when we level up mid-combat. Let's get some more magicka in his biatch. One-handed. Wow, we have nothing. Oh, that's two-handed. My bad. Where's one-handed? Here we go. Nice. Let's do that.
Oh,
Cool.
splendid.
You've done well.
Now, I believe what just happened there, which is courtesy of a mod, is Janasa just gave Lydia a gift.
Bandits are cowards.
It's pretty cool. Here we go.
What was that?
I'm a beast, bro. Nice. From now on, by the way, guys, I'm going to be skipping the looting sections after combat. If I find something really cool or I say something interesting, I'll keep it in the video. But otherwise, I feel like it's boring. I rewatch my videos and I get bored myself when I loot for 5 minutes straight after each fight. All right,
Bandits
so it'll be
raid
being cut
villages
from
and
now
murder
on.
travelers for
See
nothing
you
but a
on
pouch of gold.
the flip side.
Before I
Onwards
got
and
to the
upwards. It
I never
seems that
realized being a bodyguard
Kamatu
could also be so
has
fascinating.
partnered up with bandits. I'm surprised to see tons of bandits in this cave. Hate missing. Oh god, I'm stuck. Come on, bitch. Nice. These guys are hurt. Nice. Wow. Nice. Very good. I accidentally slapped Janasa in the back there. But you know, she deserved it. She deserved it.
I know I heard something. Have your head. Fish.
Come on, bitch.
You want a real fight? You want the first. You won't be the last.
I cannot.
Sick. Very, very sick. We just kicked so much ass. Alright, we are back, guys. Hopefully, and I mean hopefully, the fucking difficulty setting will be fixed now, and it'll be a little harder. It was bugged out, and I had to fucking go into my Skyrim files and fix that. Which is a nightmare, you know, you gotta go to Reddit, you gotta type in the problem. They usually have a solution for it. The solution involves deep diving into files, changing numbers, stuff like that. All good fun. So much fun. Yeah, that's something to think about if you ever plan to mod your Skyrim game, is that by deciding to mod, you open a Pandora's box, and it's problem after problem after problem. Not to say it isn't worth it, but over time you get better at doing it, but from the start,
Janasa,
you will create a...
you only fight for my Thane for the payment. Who is to say you won't turn against us for a higher price?
Have you ever heard of business ethics, Lydia? Seeing you were once a mercenary, you should understand that.
A killer who talks of ethics? Now that's new.
Don't we all kill?
Damn!
As we walk these stone passages, we delve into the very bones of the earth.
They were fighting over me. Sorry. Jeez, I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. Anyway, as I was saying, the if you decide to start modding up your game, just know that at the start it will be bad. You will fuck up. Because you need to learn how to download mods that don't conflict with each other. You need to learn how to install patches. You need to learn how to sort your mod order. It's all a whole fucking nightmare. But in the end, it's worth it. But I've only gotten the hang of it after years. I'm talking like 5 years. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't just foolhardily go into it. Do your research. Watch hella YouTube videos on how to mod your computer game, your Skyrim game, before you indulge.
That make our home in such a cold, dark place as this.
We're looking for Kamatu.
Your blood won't bother me. Come on!
There we go. Now it's harder. You saw the damage it did to me? That's right. Okay, finally. Finally it's hard. I was running in there gung-ho because I wanted to see if I'd actually die this time. And now that the game is harder, we will be a lot smarter. And we rhyme. Here we go, back at it again. Trial number 2. Now that the game is harder, we will be a lot smarter.
We're not alone.
I fucking missed. Need to work on my aim today. Let's do it. Let's get him. We just killed everybody. And we made a mess of their beautiful spread right there. Onwards and upwards. Looking for Alec here to kill.
Bandits, one that testifies their doomed trade.
I have a feeling it's going to be really hard. I have a feeling it's going to be very hard, so let's save up.
The
Get
bandits
it on.
tried to attack Whiterun a few times. Fortunately, the guards were always able to fend them off.
You've proven your strength, boy. Let's avoid any more bloodshed. I think you and I have some things to talk about.
Kill Kamatu or talk to him.
Bandits are just human
Stay your
garbage.
hand, warrior. It's no secret why you're here, and you have proven your skill in combat. Let us talk a moment, and no one else needs to die. I think we can all profit from the situation in which we find ourselves. My men will not attack you if you will lower your weapons.
I've been sent here to kill you, buddy.
Of course. Sent by... What is it that she's calling herself these days? Shazra? Sadia? One of those, correct? Did she appeal to your sense of honor? Your greed? A more base need, perhaps?
What are you
It
saying?
doesn't matter. No doubt she's convinced you that she's the victim. But do you know why we pursue her?
Sadia told me you're assassins, or I could say, I was hired to kill you and that's what I intend to do. That sounds cooler, though. 'Cause I have a feeling he's going to give me some whole spiel about how he's the good guy, and I don't buy it. Well, I don't know anything. I mean, honestly, like, from a roleplay perspective, I mean, Sven doesn't really know what he's getting himself into.
Were you true?
You know, so let's say he's curious. Sadia told me you're assassins.
Assassins? No, nothing so crass. Sadia, as you know her, is wanted by the noble houses of Tanith for treason. We were hired to see her return to Hammerfell for her crimes. You can help us with that. And make sure no one else gets hurt.
Whatever you had anticipated, I would say were likely.
Janasa and Lydia just keep fucking fighting all the time. They won't shut the fuck up. It's so funny. So what do you want me to do? What was your crime? What was your crime? I'm curious.
She sold the city out to the Aldmeri Dominion. Were it not for her betrayal, Tanith could have held its ground in the war. The other noble houses discovered her betrayal, and she fled. They want her brought back alive. The resistance against the Dominion is alive and well in Hammerfell, and they want justice.
This is all over Sven's head. But, you know what Sven's thinking about right now? That big fucking shiny sword on Kamatu's hip, and how cool it would be if it was on Sven's hip. I was hired to kill you. That's what I intend to do.
I'd hoped we could work something out. That you would see reason. That we could avoid having to kill you. Very well then. If that's the way you want to play it, we will. Someone there? Hello?
Kamatu! Get the fuck out of here, boy. Nice. Very, very nice. We got hella stuff to loot. Sven is pretty damn dog tired. I really hope the difficulty... I don't know. That felt really easy. I really hope my game's still not bugged out, you know? Let's hope it's not bugged out.
Chill in the air. Some evil power is at work in this place.
Should that sound some bullshit? Huh. Interesting. Where's Kamatu though? I have a feeling they've all got the same gear. The scimitars are really cool looking though. What happened to Kamatu, bro? I don't even remember. I killed him. There he is. 50 gold. And 2 scimitars that are valueless, apparently. Skyrim wants nothing to do with those curved swords. $5 each. That's crazy. Are they that bad? Anyway. Let's finish looting here and get out and tell Sadie the good news so she could rest easy. Pickpocket chances are 15% higher. Cool.
I do not envy those creatures that make a home in such a cold, dark place as this.
Interesting. Interesting. Let's get on with the show.
I'm sure we can make great art of our enemies.
On we go. I see a little hidden chest over there, eh? Did you guys catch that? Take that. Whatever the fuck that was.
Careful. Our footsteps will echo in every chamber and tunnel.
How do we get out of here? I imagine we go upwards. Yes, we do. Yes. Can't wait to bring Sadia the good news. She's gonna be so happy. She's gonna pay me like $1 million because she's like a princess or whatever. Bless you. What a beautiful day. Turn that thing off. Alright, come on, guys. Off we go. Back to Whiterun. Should be on that way. Yes, I know where I'm going. So yeah, fun fact about me. I'm an arachnophobe. Not just that, but I hate every insect. I can't look at it. Too many legs, too many eyes, a weird fucking mouth. It gives me the shudders. I mean, it's not so bad in Skyrim, because this is kind of cartoony. You know, the graphics aren't that great, no matter how well I've modded it. But, like, IRL, like, or even on Instagram. If I go on Instagram and I see a fucking Nature's Metal post where they've got a tarantula eating a bird, and I see the mouth eating that bird, I fucking freak out. I get these shivers. Gotta drop my phone on the floor or whatever. I can't look at it. I can't touch the screen. It disgusts the hell out of me. Spiders, I have trouble killing those. Can't look at them. I don't mind flies. Obviously, I can slap the shit out of a fly. But when it's like, I don't know. I can't describe it. Octopus gross me out. Spiders gross me out. Roaches, fucking. Ants aren't so bad when they're individual. You know, when it's just one ant. But when it's like a horde of ants, that grosses me out. Ladybugs are cute, but when it's a horde of ladybugs, that grosses me out. Fucking wasps. Wasps are horrible. Those things are fucking demons. Straight from oblivion, you know?
Oh, shut the jaws of oblivion.
That's a classic. I don't know if you guys know about that. There's another Oblivion gate right there. Speak of the devil, you know. It's a really cool mod. You know, from what I understood, the Oblivion catastrophe happened all over Tamriel. So you'd think there would be ruins of Oblivion gates all over the place, and this mod has introduced them. Check that out. They're still fucking fighting.
You want a mercenary too? What? Just because you've changed profession to be a housecarl, you're denying whatever you once stood for?
My Thane is special, deserving of faithful followers who harbor sincere respect.
Sven's
So
smiling.
you have no faith
He
or
loves this
respect for
shit.
your past patrons?
Hello? Didn't even stand a chance. A little bit of roleplay stuff. Sven's never been one. Never been much of a ladies' man. Never had much success in that department, if you know what I mean. You know, he's just so damn puny. But he's kind of stoked that these two ladies are fighting over him. He doesn't know what they want from him. I mean, I feel like the dynamic here is Lydia is our house girl, right? Which means that she is sworn to serve us and to protect us. So she takes that shit really seriously. While Janasa, being a mercenary, is obviously being paid to be here. Also takes her job very seriously, but does it for a different reason. So naturally, you know, they're gonna squabble, as they're both doing the same thing, serving the same function to Sven, you know, for different reasons. Yeah, so I imagine Lydia is just constantly calling her out. Oh, Janasa, we don't trust you, why don't you just take your money and leave, yada yada yada. And then Janasa's probably saying, Lydia, we're the same. We are the same. God. Great armor sets, man. Great armor sets. You look great, bud. You look amazing. It was in the sunshine shower of midday that Sven and his troop made their return to Whiterun, having killed the brute named Kamatu. Blood money is still money, Sven told himself, wondering if he had done the right thing. As they approached the western tower, the trio stopped by the side of the road to rest and drink wine. It was Alto and tasted good in the heat. Did she appeal to your sense of honor? Your greed? A more based need, perhaps? The armed and shady Alikir had asked him, as if all that could drive a man to help another was pride, money, or sex. Kamatu, in that moment, had reminded Sven of his former brother-in-arms, Stig, the man who had introduced him to a life of crime. Sven remembered those fugitive days, of throat-slitting and highway robberies. Back then, Stig was a valueless cutthroat with a bottomless thirst for gold, and Sven, an impressionable youth with no home to go back to and no father to steer him straight. Together, they played the roles of teacher and student, and Sven learned to rob the meek or kill them in their sleep. Stig had always found ways to rationalize their senseless violence, always assuring Sven that this one deserved it and that that one had it coming. But in the coming days, when the gang grew larger and the spoils had to be cut more ways than twice, Stig became more belligerent. Gone were the times of Robin Hood, of robbing fat, greedy Imperials, or merchants, privileged citizens without an ounce of benevolence, as Stig and his men turned to easier victims. The gang turned to murder, ransom, and rape. Stig no longer played the teacher. Rather, he ruled as overseer, urging his crew into villainy with threats or worse. The weak were consumed by the wicked, and surely enough, Sven's turn came swiftly. Sven caught himself then, closing up his heart, for one shouldn't stew over old traumas, not when there was a life to live and time to change. Skyrim looks amazing. Well, the mod authors have done a great job, but I've done a good job too. This game looks fucking stunning right now. There are very few copies of Skyrim that look this good. I can swear it. Yeah, what's going on?
Last mistake. Last mistake.
What was I saying? Yeah, the difficulty setting is bugged. I resorted to fixing that at the end of the video because right now the game is stuck on novice, and as you can see the way I handled Kamatu, that was just too easy. Kind of boring. I feel bad. I'm sure it wasn't that boring for you guys. You know, it's always fun to kill Kamatu. But yeah. Sorry if that wasn't terribly exciting. What time is it? 5:09 p.m. The area is cool, but I am getting colder. I will have the difficulty setting fixed by the end of this episode, or you know, by the start of the next episode.
Before I got a chance to display my art in swords.
This game is so fucking pretty, man. Look at those mountains. Look at those trees on the mountains.
Nazim has been reassuring people about his status ever since he fell out of the Jarl's favor. His poor wife
It's
still
said
doesn't
that one
know.
can find any of Skyrim's curiosity in Whiterun's market.
Great, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. They just love to tell me little things. Little things. They just love to teach me little lessons. Tonight, after my girlfriend has done her class, I'm gonna pick her up and we're gonna go see a movie. And you might ask,
What movie, Jimmy Teeth? What movie?
and I tell you that it's the Phoenician Scheme. Let me do that again. And I would say that it is the Phoenician Scheme. And that's the new Wes Anderson movie. He's a great
But it'll always
director.
be the strongest and greatest.
He made the wow. Is she dissing Janasa again? They gotta chill. Let me see if I have anything to sell.
Have you met my father?
He's
It's a great Wes
steward of the
Anderson
drag-
movie.
Looking to protect yourself?
I think he's
Or
kind
deal
of
some
redeemed
damage?
himself with this one. He's done great films like Grand Budapest Hotel, like Moonrise Kingdom, Royal Tenenbaums, etc. Darjeeling Express, fucking what else? I don't remember. More. There's a lot more. Oh yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox, of course. Great director. But lately, I think he's been lacking. I don't know. I liked the Asteroid City movie. I thought that was a great movie. But the French Dispatch, god awful. I hated it. And the fucking ooh, I shouldn't have sold that. Whatever, you can have it. The French Dispatch, the Isle of Dogs movie, didn't like that one either. I thought he just fell off in the last couple of years. This movie, I've seen it already. I'm gonna see it again with my girlfriend because she wants to see it. This movie is fantastic. It's fantastic. I recommend everybody goes and sees it.
Don't forget to check inside the shop. If
There's
you
no
need
telling if we'd run into an ambush out there.
Venetian Scheme. Starring Benicio del Toro. Michael Cera's in it. He's there quite a lot.
Take a good look around.
The other
I'm
major
sure you'll
role is
find
this
what you're looking
this female
for.
actress. I don't
If
know her
not, let
name.
me know.
I've never seen
I
her
might
before
have
until
it
now.
stored away.
Scarlett Johansson's in
Everything's
there.
for sale, my friend.
Tom Hanks is in
Everything. Buy
there.
it
Bryan Cranston is in
odds and
there.
ends,
From
that
Breaking
sort of
Bad.
thing.
It's a great movie. Highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. Let's sell these things nice and quickly, so I don't bore you guys too much. I'm gonna hold on to this black hood because it's a great piece. I just need a matching fur coat. Sell this, or maybe we'll keep that for now. Sell that, sell that. Sell that. Sell this. Sell this, sell this, sell this. I'll speed this up now, guys. My bad.
One thing everyone.
Do come back.
Nice. Very, very nice. Love this look. Yeah, I found the hood on one of the bandits. It's a steel helmet covered by a hood. I thought it looked cool, and then I just found a matching cloak for it.
I can tell you're a
Thanks to-
discriminating customer. Perhaps you're a wealthy one, too.
You call me discriminating customer? For your information, I'm the most inclusive, open-minded, tolerant, lovely person in the world. The most lovely person in the world. I am not a
I
discriminating
assure you,
customer.
I'm prepared to make any deal.
I assure you, I am prepared to make you any deal.
This is my old cloak. I'm throwing it in the fire.
Whiterun hides behind
I'm
its
just
illusion
crazy
of
like that.
safety. Yet the threats beyond the wall.
Anyway, let's go find Sadia. I think the plan is I'm gonna find Sadia, let her know what happened. Maybe ask her a question or two because Baptist said some kind of alarming things. I'm not sure if I did the right thing here. But we'll confront Sadia, get our payment,
Warm food, warm
and then
drinks,
we might
warm
just
beds.
end the episode there, set up camp maybe. Read another book, who knows, we'll see. Let's find Sadia. Where the hell is she? There she is.
For all its wealth,
God.
Whiterun does not have much taste in art.
Yeah, I'm looking fucking Dapper Dan Man right now, if I do say so myself.
I don't want to take the goblet, I want to talk to Sadia.
Any news of the Alakir?
How can I argue with that?
The Alikir won't trouble you anymore.
At last, I can rest safely. You have done me a great service, warrior. I cannot thank you enough. Take this reward. I managed to sneak some of my wealth out of Hammerfell when I left. It's the least I can do. For now, I will maintain my ruse here. You are always welcome in the Bannered Mare.
Okay, that's a follower mod. Basically, I could share a cut of the gold whenever I find some big haul, like a 500 gold or something. I can share a bit with my followers, and I think I'll do that.
Yo, I could use a ginger ale and some pretzels right now.
Can I ask her questions about, fucking everything?
I count myself different on that regard.
I can just ask her this question. Have you chosen a side in this war?
No, and I'm not about to either. I value my life, you know. You may want to remember that for yourself.
A good drink soothes.
Very smart. Very, very smart.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. I wish I could ask her more questions.
You want a drink?
What time is it? I'd say...
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
I thought Lydia doesn't drink. I guess she does now. Anyway, let's take a seat here. Have a little bite to eat, a little drink, and then we'll go out there. I don't feel like paying for a room this time. Go out there, set up camp. We'll chat with this random woman. After we have a little bite. Clam chowder. I've got so much food. Ooh. Did I just eat raw meat? I hope not. Can I eat this? Okay, I'm just gonna drop it. I don't need these rotting crab legs anyway. I'll drop that too. I don't need that either. I will eat these steamed mud crab legs. Those are nice. And then we'll have hell ale. For a job well done. I'm feeling drunk. Oh, I'm feeling drunk. But I am also feeling well hydrated.
Adara taught me how to appreciate Nord mead and ale, like it's
wow.
some sorts of art.
Yeah, Sven's feeling drunk. I want to talk to you.
Greetings.
Greetings.
If you're hungry, Hulda has some stew straight from the fire and some mead to sate your thirst.
Thank you. It's been a long day on the road.
I know just what you mean. The journey here was difficult, but the Bannered Mare is all right.
What brings you to Whiterun?
The gold, mainly. But there wasn't much of a choice before I did. It was either work on a farm and pray the bandits didn't get you, or join the Legion for a life of regimented boredom. As you can see, I chose my own life, and I haven't looked back since.
What life would that be?
I'm a traveler of sorts. I spend most of my days working at the inn, helping serve drinks and the like.
Why'd you say it like that?
On occasion, some of my other skills are of use. Sometimes it's for my own pleasure, sometimes it's for the gold. Either way, it's my choice, and Hulda keeps an eye out for me.
Jesus. Well, I don't want to say it like that. We'll just say Sven just said, so you're a sex worker or something. So you're a wench? Just so you know, that's the wrong use of the word. Wench is a medieval term. It often gets a bad rap, and people assume it's like derogatory or something, but really it just means young woman. There's a few plays from Shakespeare where like a father will call his daughter a wench, a young wench or whatever. But that really, it's not insulting at all. It's literally just young woman, you know? I feel like the right word would probably be like, so you're a prostitute, or even you're a whore in this current time, but we'll just say oh, she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. What the hell happened? I overtalked.
If you're hungry,
let me skip through the conversation dialogue. I'm sorry guys, I talk too much.
The goal, it was either work on a farm.
Anyway,
as you can see, I chose my sometimes it's for my own pleasure, sometimes it's
so
for
you're
the gold.
A sex worker,
I suppose, but I do more than serve the ale. I try not to drink either. The last time that happened, it caused a fight that spilled into the streets. Even old Balgruff came down from Dragon's Reach. It was quite a sight.
But you have sex with people for gold?
And?
You should be saving yourself for marriage.
Oh god, or you could say, but now you're impure. That's wild. This is I believe this NPC is brought by, interesting NPCs. It's a mod that adds a bunch of, you know, dynamic characters to the game. You might have a point.
How many people have you killed simply on a whim, or without even talking to? How many thousands of septums worth of items have you stolen from people who needed it more?
I didn't steal
I
anything.
am not some bandit's concubine.
Recently.
I make a choice to live this way. I enjoy it, and there's nowhere safer than the mayor. I make an honest living, meet some nice people, and have fantastic sex from time to time. The gods gave me this body.
Why is she
after
telling
all,
me this
and I'm
much?
more than happy to use it. Oblivion knows I'd be doing this anyway. Why not for gold too?
I suppose so. This is like weird, dude. This is like it's like too much.
Why? Do you think such things are shameful?
No. Oh, I have sex all the time. I mean, I could go if but I don't know. I mean, she can do whatever she wants with her body. No, yeah, I have sex all the time, right? I have sex every moment I can.
For all the boasting and talk of freedoms, Skyrim is a surprisingly backwards place. Even without the Civil War. Few would choose to openly admit their lust, but I suppose your eagerness is appreciated.
Thanks. Now I could be a horny little dog and say, I'd be happy to show you my appreciation. Unfortunately, I don't want to say that, but I also, Skyrim isn't, though. She just has, the only place she's been at is the Banded Mare. But whatever.
It's not just that, though, is it? Living free from the Empire's interference doesn't seem to extend to anyone outside of the Stormcloaks. But it seems we've fallen into talking about the war again. I really should get back to work. There's always more drink to serve. But this has been interesting. Come find me should you need anything else. And enjoy your time at the mayor.
Bye. Talk to that guy? I want to talk to this guy, too.
Is there something I can do for you?
No. Or I could talk to this guy. There's so many people to talk to in this bar. Talk to this little fart. Talk to this lady.
Hello, my love.
What's she called? Huh? I'm not her love. What is... She's bugged out. She's bugged out.
If it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got.
You're so cool. I don't want to talk to him at all.
Some parting advice?
This guy's lame as hell.
Sonnets.
No, I want to talk to the blacksmith guy. Howdy, partner.
If it's armor you need, we've got all kinds, both light and heavy. Pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Wow, I regret telling this guy already. What kind of weapons do you carry? I don't want to talk to him. I don't give a fuck.
We'll have to have a pint together sometime, you and me.
You got nothing to say, man. You got nothing to say. Why would I drink with you? Why would I drink with you, man? You're boring. You're more boring than the fucking pillar right here, bro. At least this pillar's got decorations. Get out of the way. At least the pillar's got, you know, artwork in it. Look at this woodwork here, eh? Beautiful, beautiful. Well, you, dull, bro. You're dull. I don't want to drink with you anymore. I don't know. I want to talk to somebody. Talk to this lady.
Is there...
keep drinking. I don't want nothing to do with you, woman. I want to drink.
Want something from me?
No, I don't want anything! Okay. Let's have a drink. More drink. Get drunk as fuck. Like, really drunk.
Want a drink?
Of course.
If you're looking for the court wizard, I'm not him. Farengar is the one you want. If you wish to speak with him, you'll find him somewhere in the general direction of boredom. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's this invention called wine that requires my immediate attention.
If I wanted to speak to a court wizard, I'd go to Dragon's Reach.
So you just want a wizard? You've still come to the wrong place. Walk outside, make a left, and tell Bjorlum you want to go to Winterhold. I'll be making my own trip to the bottom of a bottle, where I plan on staying for the conceivable future.
I prefer beer myself.
Yes, we all have our proclivities. It's what makes the world such a colorful place, regardless of how dull the laws try to make it.
May I ask your name?
My name is Elderwin. I've come to Whiterun for the Skyforge and for Farengar.
Seem to have an obsession with wine.
I don't see that as a negative. My Nord friends often chide me for neglecting the rich history of Skyrim, as if I was ignorant of it. They say, you know, Elder, there's more to Skyrim than just alto and spiced wine. And I tell them, yes, I know all about your windmills and bards and 12 different words for cold. I only care about the wine.
You want a drink?
It would seem so.
So all she cares about is wine. Why does Skyforge and Farengar?
Yorland allows me to use his magical forge to craft jewelry. I use the enchanting table at Dragon's Reach to raise their value. Then I turn them around and sell them to Farengar, and he always buys them. I've never met a man so obsessed with necklaces.
It's a smart deal.
He says their enchantments are valuable. I think he likes to wear them. Maybe tomorrow I'll enchant him a dress to go along with it.
Hey man, don't shame him, you know? He can dress however he wants to dress. You know, it's totally fine to wear jewelry. You know, whatever gender you are. Wish I didn't have to lecture these people all day. You know, Farengar can wear as many dresses as he wants. He can wear a thong, he can wear a bra, he can wear a butt plug, he can wear whatever he wants. Alright? It's not every day I meet a mage who can work the forge. Alright, we'll ask her about that. Why does she know how to work a forge?
I don't really understand it myself. There should be more of me. It seems to me smithing and enchanting are two complementary skills.
Interesting.
I can only assume it has to do with the stigma that comes with being a blacksmith.
Sigma? What's Sigma?
They say to wield a hammer, you must be as dull as an anvil and as strong as an ox. As if stupidity were a prerequisite for the craft. Although I have heard warriors talk of such things, they say the person who thinks too much on the battlefield lacks focus. In battle, having an empty mind certainly makes you more decisive, but the forge is not something that requires you to act swiftly. But I do like the notion of intelligence being a weakness.
Why is that?
There are far too many mages who thumb their noses at common folk, as if worth was defined by the size of one's skull. Alchemists invented wine, farmers harvest the grapes, and smiths provide the tools. So, to me, each is worth more than all the mages in Winterhold.
Alchemists invent wine?
Well, don't quote me on that. It does seem
I don't know
likely,
if that's
though,
true.
doesn't it? Some
I feel like the
alchemist
Romans
trying
did
to
it.
invent a new health
Or
potion
something.
stumbles onto a recipe for liquid bliss.
What else can you tell me about wine besides drinking it? Where do you gather souls for enchanting? Elderwin. Alright, we'll ask her about... What do we ask her? We can ask her everything.
When it comes to
We got
examining
time, right?
wine, I'm
I've got
still
time. I
just
don't know
a
about you.
novice.
I've got time. Lots of
Although I
time.
have picked
You're probably
up the
falling
basics.
asleep right now.
You want a drink? Of course.
Such as, I doubt you've learned much of anything, drunk. Go on. I could be snooty. Let me be snooty.
Well, supposedly the color can tell you the wine's provenance, as well as the conditions it was developed in, serving as an indicator of how it will taste. Wine tasting is apparently all about discovery. Yet I've discovered that I enjoy drinking wine more than I enjoy tasting it. So let the
Funny.
nobles sniff and swirl their goblets. I prefer to swallow my wine like a common rube.
That's why you're cool, man. You brute! A good vintage wine is wasted on your tongue. You and me both.
I like how you agree with the things I say. Why aren't there more of you?
Because we're all individuals.
Hey, do you know that our guardians actually shit
we're all
piss
special.
out of the same hole? Just like pigeons.
Especially
They're
that guy
fucking
talking in the
pigeons
corner.
is what they are.
I hate him. There's a guy in the corner of this bar, and he just spews bullshit about ginger ale and pretzels. He talks about Argonians having cloacas. What's his deal? What is he talking about? What the fuck is a pretzel? We're in Skyrim.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this Numo cocoa drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain Nicaragua, no artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Where do you gather souls for enchanting?
Caves are the best place to find packs of wolves, or bears, sometimes even trolls. Unfortunately, by myself, they provide a bit of a challenge. There used to be 3 other mages in my faction, a motley bunch to be sure. A Khajiit, a Redguard, a Nord, and myself.
A group that consists solely of mages sounds terribly imbalanced.
4 mages can be a formidable party, especially when their talents complement each other. As a result, I can afford to make mistakes. Mistakes like trading our last healing potion for a flask of wine. Not a problem when the Redguard was there to restore my wounds. Thankfully, the one talent I do have serves me well. It turns out most feral beasts in Skyrim are susceptible to fire.
You don't say. What happened to your companions?
Victim to the squalls of battle, I'm afraid. It matters not if you are a novice or an archmage.
Ah.
All it takes is a single misstep.
That's why you're an
The
alcoholic.
Khajiit was first. We all knew it'd be him. Then our numbers were 3. Next came the Redguard, then the Nord, and soon only I remained.
God, this lady has so much to say. She talks a whole lot.
The Khajiit, Razan, was what we call a scroll mage. Not an ounce of magical talent, but one who desperately wanted to cast spells. Where he got the scrolls, he never said. I thought he stole them, but he just as easily could have spent his share of the boon. It's not as if I ever saw him at the inn, or anywhere else for that matter.
Where's she going?
He was a paranoid cat as well, with a nose for things that didn't exist. Always convinced there was a spy lurking around the corner.
She's tall.
You dropped this. Good thing I found it and not someone else. Otherwise...
He should have been wary of his dealer.
What did I drop?
He purchased a bad batch of flame cloaks that ended up burning him alive. If you're looking for the court wizard, you'll find him somewhere in that general direction.
Yeah, that's it. What about my other
What
questions?
is it?
Be
gone.
She started walking around, unfortunately, and fucked up the conversation.
I'm a general, and I'm kind of a Sam, so those are my credentials, so let's go do this shit.
Right on his bald head. I guess I have nothing to say anymore. She wanted to tell me about all their partners, but... I'm curious.
What is it?
I'm curious. She told me about her Khajiit friend. What happened to your companions?
Victim. The Khajiit was first. We all knew it'd be him.
How did the Nord die?
Well, at that point, it was just the 2 of us. Razan wasn't particularly missed, but Sarasa was our healer. Einar was a
Stop
gallant
moving!
man, nothing
Tell me
else.
about that.
We were exploring a cave to the northwest. A large, desolate space rumored to be inhabited by necromancers. We entered the main chamber, which was hollow, save for the long fangs of rock that jutted from the ceiling. It was in the shadow of these fangs that the spiders lived, and from there they descended. We stood back to back as they surrounded us, his hands shrouded in ice, mine cloaked in fire. I wanted to set them aflame, to oblivion with soul traps. A waste of magicka and time. but Einar saw fit to waste both. Indeed, it was his soul trap that set them upon us. At one point, I couldn't distinguish the live ones from the corpses, so I burned them all.
Damn.
We had managed to clear the path to the exit, however, and were just about to escape
Asura
when a
bless
spider
you.
the size of the moon dropped from the ceiling. At this point, Einar and I were both out of magicka, and we each had one stamina potion left. Of course, mine was technically a wine bottle. It was an old vintage from the wineries of the Isle that I was saving until death. Einar asked me if I wanted to trade. He said I wouldn't have much use for it, seeing as I was going to live a long, healthy life. That old romantic. He was sacrificing himself so I might escape. I could never say no to that man. He drank the wine, wiped his lips, and showed me his teeth one last time. They were stained and red, but I've never seen a smile so bright. Then he pulled out his dagger and drew the ugly beast's attention while I ran for the exit.
Damn.
Like I said, somewhere northeast of here. It had one of those typical Nord names like Icewind Gulch or something like that. Fine, fine. Really? No doubt from that knave Larkspur, telling everyone that I'm a battle cat under the sheets. The truth is, I don't even remember any of it.
I don't know where I'd know her name from. I just kind of said that because they offered me the option. I don't think that's it.
Well, maybe you've confused my name with the World Eater. It's Elduin, with an E. and I don't
Oh,
eat
yeah, I
worlds.
thought you were Alduin.
Although
Yeah,
it's possible
yeah,
you
that's what
may
I
have
thought.
heard it elsewhere.
Fucking
I hear
asshole.
in the Isle you can't swing a dead skeever without hitting at least 3 Elduins. All right
Cool.
then.
I think I'm done talking to her. I think it's pretty late, actually. It's 1:30 a.m. So we go set up shop, as in set up camp, and go to sleep under the beautiful night sky, under that beautiful Milky Way. Look at that. Crazy. Those clusters of stars there. Are those the constellations? That is so cool. I don't know if you guys can see them, but like there's little clusters of bright stars. I'm assuming they're constellations. What is that one? I'm not gonna bother because they're gonna make me level up, and I don't know. I couldn't give less of a fuck right now.
I hope you're finding the city in proper order, Thane.
Sorry, I don't speak pig Latin. We gotta wrap this episode up, fellas. It's getting kind of long. A little too long, if you ask me. I bought 5 pre-rolls from the weed store, and they're making me horny. Figuratively, of course. I just really want to smoke them. Or at least one of them. Pretty potent, I think. What is it? 18% THC. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I'd say that's pretty strong. God! Can I confess something to you guys? One of the things on my bucket list is to see the northern lights, you know? The boreal lights, the aurora borealis. I feel like if I could see those just once in my life, I'd feel very good, you know? I always imagine going to Iceland in the winter, like on vacation or something. You know, like snowstorms and stuff. Iceland can be very beautiful in the winter. I always imagine going there and going on a Northern Lights tour, just looking at this kind of thing. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. God, I wish I could see him. One day, man. One day I'll see the northern lights. Set up camp. Do it over here. Let's find a nice plateau. Is that the woolly rhino from last time? Yes, it is. We set up camp in the spot before, and that same woolly rhino was there. Little cutie. I should name him. What should I name that fucking thing? What would be an appropriate name for a rhinoceros?
The darkness shall be our shroud.
Place here. Hopefully Lydia doesn't get stuck in the tent. She doesn't. Okay, good. Alright, what does that guy look like? I don't know. Fucking, I don't know, nothing's coming to mind. What do you think, Lydia?
I've got your back.
Do you have any ideas?
Do let me know if I can be of service.
We'll call him Carlos. That's a perfect nickname. For a horny thing like that. Couldn't resist. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Can I make a campfire? There's a button for it. I fucked up. Oh god, I fucked up. Anyway, I'm not supposed to press that button. I'm bugged out. Anyway, hope this wasn't too boring of an episode. I felt like taking it easy. We found Kamatu, we beat his ass. Then we went and found Cydia, claimed the money. And then we had some interesting conversations at a bar. Which is a great thing to do, by the way. I highly recommend. Go to a bar, talk to the other customers. They've all got interesting things to say. They probably all have pretty interesting nights ahead of them. Your night's always interesting when you're toasted. Just don't be a shithead, you know? There's too many shitheads at bars. Way too many shitheads at bars. Speaking from experience. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you somewhat enjoyed the video. This is Jimmy Teeth and Sven signing off.